Hello and welcome back to the Milltown Way 2026. This is episode 13. I'm Ryan Brennan. I'm joined here as always by Adam Casey. Well, before we get in, welcome back.
Yeah, it's
Good to
been
be
a while.
back.
It's
Yeah.
good to be back. I'm sure everyone's missed us a
I
lot.
mean, all four fans have missed us terribly. The,
I
the,
know.
the protests taking place.
It's good to be back. It's been, what, 4 weeks, maybe longer?
It's been a bit longer
Yeah,
than
probably
that,
like
yeah.
6 or so.
Ever since,
But
we signed off with the Hammer and Spartans game the
yeah, and
week
then
before Christmas, that was.
about 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Yeah, just had to take the break for the Christmas
Exactly, the
festive
festive period.
season and back again for your weekly Rovers
Yeah, well,
updates.
that's it. This is our first full season of the Milltown Way, and we'll be back more or less every week
Hmm.
to cover the game that would have just taken place in the game coming up. Obviously, next week gets back underway competitively. Shamrock Rovers take on Derry City in the President's Cup, and most recently, obviously, the Hoops have played two friendlies in one day. They played Longford Town and Treaty United as well, some Leinster Senior Cup action, but we'll cover it all right here at the Milltown Way. Make sure you do follow us as well. As we do get back underway, you may have seen from our socials that we're back also, but obviously the podcast returns back in your ears. But yeah, it's been something that I've missed.
Yeah, I've missed it as well.
Yeah,
Missed recording these episodes and getting them out there. But
yeah. But I suppose we'll get right into it.
get back to it.
Yeah, back to reality.
Yeah, back like we never left.
Exactly. Pre-season so far. Ever
Mm.
since ever since the
Yeah.
Hammer and Spartans game on the 18th of December of last year.
Well, there wasn't a lot of preseason prior to
No,
really this start. I suppose they deserve a few weeks off at Christmas. You can't really.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is it. This squad is well versed in that now at this stage, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
three campaigns on the bounce, so they know the shorter break that comes with it, and our famous old phrase of the punishment of success.
Yeah. That's you just can't help it if you're when you're good, you're good. But
Yeah, exactly. And when you're great, you're Rovers.
yeah.
But yeah, no. Obviously, short pre-season. There's been plenty of transfer activity. Not so much on the incomings.
No, more so on
I'd
the
say, yeah.
outgoings.
But I suppose we've had the Leinster Senior Cup,
The
as I've
biggest,
touched on.
the biggest competition in football.
Most prestigious.
Yeah. So 2 games done in that so far. One more still to play. First game, which both of us were in attendance at, out against Blackrock.
The Rock.
Yeah, very.
The place was rocking.
Yeah, it was a very strange atmosphere at the game. Like jeers and stuff, and like boos and stuff from Blackrock fans against like realistically lads who are probably still doing their junior cert.
Well, that's a bit. It's a bit of a stretch,
Yeah,
but I get the print. Yeah, of course, it's like the Rock were up for it.
yeah.
The Rock. I was speaking with a friend
They brought
who's
the rock and roll.
we will rock you. I was speaking to a friend who's from that similar direction. So I was getting the inside scoop on I asked him why we went to the game, Leinster Senior Cup. I'm all for fans getting behind players, and
Yeah,
particularly in competitions like that where there's not that many fans at it and stuff.
yeah.
I'm all for it. But, it's experience for the lads who
It's also,
play it.
you just don't see it a lot, especially in the Leinster Senior Cup.
Well, that's
In the
it. But
previous,
then,
like, there was one time where we were at one, and I think we were the only people there.
yeah, no, it can be like that. But I suppose what I was saying to him, or what he said to me more so, was I just kind of mentioned like it's called the Leinster Senior Cup. The Senior Cup in rugby
Uh,
is huge. Blackrock
Come
obviously
up
being
bit
a
more,
huge rugger
yeah, a
college.
bit more on the rugby side of things.
I think they probably just saw the exact same name in football and thought this must be
Big,
the biggest.
yeah, and they probably then with that they were thinking, oh, these lot are quite good. So
Yeah, they're playing Shamrock Rovers. Probably
yeah,
didn't realise that it was essentially, in essence, the under-20s that were played.
yeah, and they won their first game as well.
The Rock.
Yep, against East Wall Besper 6-3.
Yeah,
Absolute
well,
stormer.
Rovers obviously most recently lost to East Wall Besbert in a
Yeah,
triple
triple.
fixture.
Yeah, three. You can't. Some people just don't mess around. And
The,
Blackrock are now playing UCD in their final Leinster Senior Cup game this evening.
Oh, it's weird how the Leinster Senior Cup
Or it
schedules
might have been earlier today, actually. It's just the results haven't come true yet.
on
Yeah, it was on
FAI
at 3
Connect.
o'clock. It's on at 3 o'clock, but no results yet.
Brilliant.
So,
Yeah, no, it's something they took seriously, obviously. It's funny to see, I suppose, as well.
it was
Isn't it?
good. I liked it. I suppose it's better than going and there's just no one there and no one cares. Like, at least there was a bit of something. Lovely setup out there, though.
Well, that's what that was the thing that got me the most. It's like it's how the other side live, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, like we went to the door and they were actually scanning tickets. Didn't expect that.
Making sure you had them in your Apple Wallet.
We paid for tickets there then, and there was a lot of them there. They needed a bit of backup, suppose. And then there was when we first went in, there was a load of guards there as well.
There
was like, I'd
was.
say probably like 12 guards just stood there.
Yeah.
Like, just in case.
And it wasn't the normal fit, like fitted
No.
guard uniform. It was
like, I don't know what
they're called.
It's like tactical, not tactical. I don't know what.
The armed forces.
But no, yeah, it was weird to see them just all standing there, and then there was like a bar and everything. I was like,
yeah,
shouldn't have drove to this game.
Well, you didn't.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, you could have been knocking them back the guinea pigs with the rock.
Yeah, they only start finding out there.
And then you're in the handcuffs. No, but it was a good experience to be out that type of direction, and it's not something you see all the time. So, it was certainly unusual for that matter. And seeing how up for it the Blackrock fans were was something else. But Rovers won 3-2, and
yeah, you can't complain about that.
I don't like. Not look,
It was a good game as well.
Yeah, it was a good game.
All on the pitch, like it was a good game, and you can't kind of complain about a 3-2 win.
No, you can't, and there's some good performances as well. I think it was definitely. Look, I said it's good for the lads to get that experience of kind of fans trying to put you off, even if it is Blackrock fans trying to put not the most intimidating fan base you can come up against, but still to have that kind of adversity is it's something that you showed how you're able to deal with it.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're coming up through the ranks, you don't often have the big crowds there until you get to the senior level, which is perfectly normal. But then, obviously, getting a taste for it is I don't think it'll do any harm, and winning under them conditions is even sweeter for them.
In a hostile atmosphere.
Yeah, well, that's it. Obviously, we saw Aaron Green. He's part of the coaching staff for the under-20s. He was in attendance on the touchline. So it'll be interesting to see how much more of a role he takes up. I know he's been doing that throughout last year as well. But it'll be interesting to see if he takes it up a bit more.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Full on. He obviously he has the experience. He has the know-how to navigate these players into the right direction. Try to guide them into the first team, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it is like he knows from experience, really, doesn't he? He's been there. He's battle tested. He knows his stuff.
He's bought the T-shirt.
And yeah, no, it was good to be seeing him there on the sideline, and it was just good for the young lads really to get a run out. And I know we're joking about the hostile environment, but it is actually good for them to be playing
it is
in somewhere that's not a library and somewhere where there's a bit of rowdiness.
Yeah, exactly. You can't play at Pats every week. But no, it was good. Then obviously we had the two games the senior team did yesterday. The time you'll hear this will be 2 days ago. Shamrock Rovers playing Longford Town and Treaty United in two friendlies at Roadstone under, I'll say treacherous conditions. Say that firsthand. Yeah. And firsthand, nearly I thought I was losing both my hands.
Yeah, the rain.
It was that cold.
The rain was bad yesterday. All day yesterday, it just didn't stop at all.
No, it didn't. The rain wouldn't let up, and then it was like gusty winds as well to go with it at times.
10 a.m. start as well.
10 a.m. start. Early morning rise for me on a weekend. I was setting the alarm. I was.
Ooh. You don't want to be doing that on a Saturday.
No, you do not. But no, it was good to go down, and it was good. It was good for hours to do free admission as well, which was.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it was free admission. Obviously, Adam didn't go down, as you can tell.
Had a
fair weather fan.
Have work.
You call in sick.
But I did late. Had a meeting. Had a
Exactly.
doctor's appointment.
A strictly business meeting. But no, some good performances from Rovers yesterday, which was good to see. Good to see minutes in the legs for these lads.
Yeah.
Nearly everyone played. I think everyone played a full game, full 90 in the game I was at. I was only able to make it down to the Longford game. I wasn't there for the Treaty game. It was 6-0 in the end.
Yeah.
Enda Stevens looked solid, which was great to see. Getting a full game. Ed McGinty came off after an hour to give Super Lee Stacey in goal 30 minutes as well, which was also nice. But no, some definitely good performances. I was speaking with a couple of other supporters at the game as well, and obviously, look, the main thing is that the score doesn't matter.
No.
Getting the minutes in the leg, getting up to speed again ahead of next week, and more important, the week after.
Getting rid of that rust.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And look, obviously the break hasn't been the longest.
No, we are still going to be a little bit rusty after a few weeks off, but
especially over the Christmas.
Yeah, too many mince pies.
But no, it was good to see. Jake Mulraney also played. Jack Byrne also played, which I thought was interesting. Obviously the doubts that after Jack Byrne's year in the boy, and then Bradley spoke in a press conference late last year to say he's fully expecting him back in January,
which came out of nowhere for a lot of us.
Yeah, but he met him over there, as we know, to give him his medal. It was interesting then to see him again, and yeah, it was just, I thought it was quite quiet between Bradley saying that and seeing him in a Rovers jersey yesterday. I suppose it was. So for me personally, I had some doubts to think, is a move still maybe on the horizon?
Yeah.
He didn't have, ahead of, before it was confirmed that he was coming back by Stephen Bradley, there was rumours that Jack Byrne was going to head to another League of Ireland club. We confirmed obviously that he wasn't going to go to Derry City.
Yeah.
That was a rumour that did get quite some noise. Yeah, got quite some traction, which was interesting. There was obviously a trialist that played yesterday. Yeah. This was the question on everyone's lips, including mine, because I didn't know who he was. But apparently, I haven't gotten confirmation on this to see what his name is or anything like that. But people suggested that he might have been under the name of Manuel Pulser. He's from Austria.
No, well.
Yeah, well, that's it. Know him well. He bagged too.
Yeah,
so
we might know him well soon.
You'll know him soon enough. Yeah, he might be there for Derry next week.
Yeah.
But no, he definitely performed well. He predominantly played out on the left side. It looked from where I was standing. Anyways, he kind of kept giving their right back an awful time really. But it was good to see, and it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. He did. If it is Manuel Polster, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
But he did play for Austria Vienna and Lausanne,
who
were both European regulars, and spent the most recent season at Stade Nyon as well. But of course, as I said,
we don't know that that's definitely.
It might not even be him. I might have just done some research on the player.
It's
just some random bloke
who's
down the booze or having a few points and lining out for Stade Nyon next week.
Yeah.
But no, he definitely impressed, and I'm sure whoever it is, whatever his name is, he'll be back. I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is the thing. That's the thing with the friendlies. So I think it would have been Rovers would benefit definitely if they had another one between now and the President's Cup.
Yeah.
Slight rotation,
maybe one more.
Even just like
you'd think the Leinster Senior Cup game would at least be, but not for.
Yeah.
Would be this week rather than in about 3 weeks' time.
What they saw, Leinster Senior Cup. They've obviously. Rovers have already played Blackrock and Eastwall Besborough, losing 2-1 to Eastwall and beating Blackrock 3-2. They finish off the campaign against UCD on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th. It's at 3 p.m. in Roadstone against UCD. It's the day after the senior team plays Shelburne away as well, which we'll be getting onto.
Yeah.
But I suppose enough of the pre-season.
Yeah,
chatter.
The movement,
the movement, and the transfer window, and the endless speculation that goes with it.
Yeah.
What have you made of Shamrock Rovers' business off the pitch?
A lot more of the business has been going out rather than coming in.
Yeah.
It's this so far. There's been the big loss. We expected and we knew
You knew ahead of time.
We knew ahead of time. Still doesn't hurt. Like, still didn't help. Just because someone tells you they're gonna punch you in the face doesn't mean it hurts any less.
If someone tells you I'm gonna rip this band-aid off in 3, 2, 1, you're still gonna wince at the
Yeah,
pain.
exactly. And obviously, we're talking about Josh making his move to Lincoln City, but what can we do?
Yeah, that's it. There's been plenty of movement, as you've said, already out the door. Darragh Nugent headed for Pats in what looks like a swap. It was a swap deal in exchange for Jake Mulraney. Rovers fans aren't necessarily happy with that swap deal.
No.
Mulraney is a good signing, I would personally say, but
agree.
It's just losing Darragh Nugent on the other hand was the one that
Darragh was a good player, really.
Solid and played. A lot of his minutes came out of position due to injuries and stuff like that. That he was forced to kind of go out a wing back position. We spoke at the time when he was being played out of position. It's kind of like he wasn't able to excel. Whereas when he was in the middle, when he's played in that middle three, he was definitely able to navigate his way and cause problems for the opposition.
Yeah.
So I do think Pats have gotten a good player.
Yeah.
There was a lot of online reaction to kind of suggest that Pats were happy to kind of wash their hands with Jake Mulraney when it was announced that he was going to head for Rovers. You can read into that as much or as little as you like.
Yeah,
I personally don't read that much into
that
Pats fans being happy with a player going out.
No, you never, especially to a rival. They're really happy.
Well, they were happy to see Mulraney go. That's the cause for concern for Rovers a little bit. But he got one in the friendly.
Yeah,
he got one in the friendly against.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Will.
Exactly. Yeah. There's still life left.
Exactly. There's still. We got one of the, obviously it's a friendly, but take it as it goes. Like.
Well, that's it. You can only score against what's put out in front of you.
Exactly. You can't knock a player for scoring a friendly.
Especially Troilus number.
Troilus A.
Troilus A. Scoring 2. Manuel Pulser. Potentially.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
They're just doxing this poor fellow. I'm just going to read out his full address now.
His PPS number still. But no, Mulraney I think is a good sign.
Yeah.
I'm not looking into.
I don't think anyone's arguing that it's not. I think it's the only thing people have an issue with is Darragh going the other way.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously Conan Noonan headed for Waterford as well. That was confirmed ahead of us wrapping up last year, I suppose.
Yeah. I think we might have briefly touched on it in the last.
Yeah, we did. We're just kind of setting up shop really for 2026, and I think he's another player that Rovers fans weren't that happy to lose either. And
no,
I have no arguments about that.
No, I'm not as.
But it does become one of them things where you can hold on to certain players for too long. Not to say, obviously not Conan Noonan, who's very young. So
he's only a young fella.
And similar with Darragh Nugent, it's not that. There has been cases where clubs hold on to players for too long if they don't think they're going to get the max out of them.
Yeah.
Jake Mulraney, I think, is someone that I think Stephen Bradley can get a lot out of, and I think he should excel with the amount of first of all the expectations that are on the club that he's now joined. Mm-hmm. Rovers are going to challenge for the title and for the cup to try retain the double that they've won.
Keep the double,
and then they're going to hope to make 4 consecutive seasons with European football proper.
Yeah. Oh, you can't argue. He's going for the Champions League.
Going for El Big Ears. But yeah, so I think he'll show as time goes on. I think it might take him maybe a little bit of time. From watching him yesterday, he didn't look like he had any qualms about him, but of course it's a completely different environment.
Yeah,
playing in Roadstone
versus playing in Tala.
Yeah, and especially when you're going to your away game, when he does go back to Inchicore, he'll obviously receive somewhat of a hostile atmosphere, I'm sure.
Yeah, they won't be happiest to see him.
No, even though they're happy to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So they won't be happy to see him. But the other business we did know also ahead of time in terms of incoming, so obviously Enda Stevens.
Yeah.
He played in the friendly. Conor Malley played as well.
Yeah.
Enda Stevens, I was delighted to see how kind of... Obviously, I know he has the years of experience in anyways, and it wasn't a case of expecting to show up kind of shaky or anything, but at the same time, he is that bit older. and
He also hasn't played a match since March.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he didn't to me. He didn't look out of place. He looked really good. He looked positive on the ball. Dealt with the issue as well because Longford did, even though the scoreline was 6-0. That second half, Longford, it was mainly Longford. For the first few minutes of the second half, first say 15 or so, it was mainly Longford, and then the goals came, and John McGovern hit a lovely strike as well, from outside the box. But as for Enda Stevens, he didn't look out of place whatsoever, which is a good sign, and I probably imagine will he be in the starting 11 next week? I can say it seems as though he was playing in the back three.
Yeah.
Against Longford. Cleary nearly being the nearest to him at times. So that would be interesting to see how he goes there. Igor Vazadin was another one.
Yeah.
He scored an unbelievable goal. He scored two.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals yesterday against Longford.
One was a belter though.
One was he took it on the edge of the box, and it was real crowded, but he beats 2 to 3 Longford defenders, and then just slots it home in the bottom right. Where's this coming from?
Yeah.
And then the second
Hopefully
was
a sign of more to come.
Well, that performances like that don't do you any harm.
No.
And then the second goal was a ball in from Jack Byrne, and he kind of has a glancing header. He kind of has to get under to get a touch on it, and he does, and navigates into the bottom right as well.
Yeah.
So that's a really positive performance, and it's really good to see then Jack Byrne getting an assist.
Yeah, definitely.
On his return too. So there's definitely. Look, I don't think any Rovers fan will sit and say, wholesale signings need to be made.
Yeah.
But there definitely needs to be something in the
A
door.
little bit of movement.
Particularly because obviously the latest one that was broken probably a couple of hours before we start recording was Aaron McInniff going to Glentoran.
That kind of came out of the blue. Like, it wasn't something there was a whole lot of build-up about. And
yeah, we had heard a little bit of speculation about it. Yeah, we heard that probably last month or so that McInniff might have been on the way out.
Yeah.
Didn't report on it just because we didn't get any thorough confirmation if it was going to be a sure thing. But obviously, it evidently proves that it is a sure thing, and he does head for Glentoran after 2 spells at the club.
Yeah, it's 2 spells, two rather successful spells as well.
2 spells, 2 leagues, 2 cups.
Yeah,
you can't argue.
No, there's worse you can do.
Does it leave a little bit of a gap in the middle?
A small bit, yeah.
You're losing. We've lost Nugent, Noonan,
and
McInniff, all midfielders.
Yeah, it does leave a gap. It might not be noticed straight away, that gap, but it will get noticed towards the time when there's multiple games. For example, when there's European game on a Thursday, and then
when it's 2 games a week, and
I feel like the gap will get noticed heavily then, but I don't think they'll be picked up on straight away.
It also hinges on how Bradley wants his setup to be. So obviously he's notorious for kind of 5-3-2 primarily.
Yeah, that's the kind of the.
And he's the wing backs acting as wingers nearly, or more or less. So the midfield 3, there's plenty of options there. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Your right wing backs, Corey can fit in there. Adam Matthews can fit in there.
Yeah.
So it's a case of if you're putting a midfield 3, and Dylan Watts can go in there, Matt Healy.
Yeah.
Jack Byrne can, Jake Mulraney can. I don't know if they'd excel. Jack Byrne does tend to, because he can kind of free roam around the pitch.
He gets all over the place.
Yeah, he can pick up the ball from kind of in front of the defenders and
sometimes it seems like he's playing like he needs a winger sometimes as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He's all over the place. Yeah. Not a bad way. That sounded.
Yeah, well done, Adam. Just slagging him off there on his return.
That's bad form for me. Official apology.
But yeah, so that it does leave maybe questions that there does need to be a couple of signings. A striker is
that's
the one that people are calling for.
Yeah, when you look at the team, there's clearly a lack of strikers, really, isn't there?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, you have Rory Gaffney, Michael Noonan, and Aaron Green. Aaron Green, as we've touched on, is obviously does help out with the under-20s in coaching. So it does remain to be seen whether he'll lean a little bit more that way, particularly
Yeah.
getting on in age. Him and Gaffney.
Yeah, he also just doesn't like his last full game was last time he played 90 minutes was in June.
Yeah,
So like a lot of time on the bench and a lot of time on the bench where he didn't even make any minutes. But yeah, he hadn't scored a goal since that game in June either against Drogheda.
don't tell me it's that cup quarter final.
No. It was just the 2-1 win in the league away to Drogheda.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the cup win was September, was it?
Yeah, well, 1-1 from the
Yeah.
game, and yeah, 1 on penalties.
Yeah, that was one of my first games back.
From doing some international duty.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I think Rovers do need a sign striker. That's
necessary. That's needed.
I like who you go for is another one. Sean Maguire was strongly linked
Yeah.
to leave Cork and join, but Cork remain insistent that they want to keep him. How much of a firm hold they have on him being in the first division, I don't know. But it's just one that it doesn't look great if they do want to keep him, and if Rovers are told that they don't have any business there, you have to take your attention elsewhere. Where do you take it? Who do you search for?
Yeah, I don't know
who's out there.
Who is out there? That's the thing. Like how much money? That's the thing as well. We don't know how much money they have to spend.
Well, Bradley hinted at that. Some of that European prize money was going to go towards windows.
You'd expect that, and then obviously the money from Josh.
Yeah, has to go somewhere.
Yeah,
it needs to be on recruitment. Really, not to say Rovers need to be splashing the cash. They don't.
No, they're not going to be going out there and trying to lure in Erling Haaland.
Haaland wouldn't get his game if Gaffney's there.
No, that's true. Only you can't have two big men.
But obviously, with that, Michael Noonan links have been strong as of late.
Yeah,
we've even had Fabrizio Romano reporting on the situation.
That was so. Imagine being him and being like, "Why just? He's 17, isn't he?"
Yeah.
Imagine he's still in school. Imagine going to school and being like, Fabrizio Romano just tweeted about me.
And realistically, Fabrizio has probably had some sort of contact with either Michael Noonan or his base,
his representative, or at least the clubs, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine being that him and going to the school. Oh, what you do for the weekend? Oh, I just had a call with Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah, it goes to show his name it's becoming to get on a global stage. Obviously, his name rung around different probably corners of the world. Really, when he scored that goal against Mold last year, becoming the youngest ever goal scorer in a European competition.
And the bid being rumoured of around €1 million.
Yeah, Rovers want to hold out for 2.
Yeah,
and I don't think they should step down from that.
No, I think 2 is very achievable.
Particularly
what was the price for Victor exactly?
2.5, I think.
Yeah, so
in that region,
it's very easily see
a
similar fee.
And Noonan's only slightly older than Victor as well, so.
Won't really make it. They both have to wait until they're 8. Well, no, if he makes a move,
if he goes to Hoffenheim,
if he went to a German club, he could go straight away, which
is worrying.
It's worrying. We're only talking about the need for a striker.
Talk for need of a striker, and Noonan's packing his bags at the minute. People were on social media got a little bit concerned because he didn't feature in any of the friendlies yesterday either.
Ooh, I don't like this. It was like when we were.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, it was like when we were talking about
Josh.
Yeah. It happened.
Yeah, so obviously Hoffenheim coming in from a lot of people suggesting that if Hoffenheim were to take him, he'd go into the third team to play in Bundesliga 2 or it's the third division they play.
Bundesliga 3, then,
yeah. Which I did I think Noonan is well capable of playing at a higher level than that. Yeah. Now, not to say it
doesn't say it's going to be for long. It would be a loan move, so
it could be. Yeah,
if he was playing well, you could see him coming back up into the squad.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, I suppose you maybe did want to see him do. Maybe give him time to settle.
Well, the Hoffenheim are doing well this year.
Yeah, they're challenging for Champions League.
Yeah, they're third in the table.
Yeah, how many points are they off? I presume Bayern Munich and Dortmund are above them, aren't they?
They're 6 points off Dortmund in second. They have a game in hand, and then they're 14 points off Bayern.
Still,
with a game in hand.
that
So
second place is achievable. And
yeah, very achievable.
if
So
Noonan's going there, you can have no qualms about it.
yeah, they'll be
Um,
making the title charge then.
exactly. That's
They'll
all.
be beating
He's the
Bournemouth.
missing piece of the puzzle.
Top goal scorer, you'll beat Harry Kane.
But yeah. So there is that search that Rovers need to make for a striker. I don't. A name that comes to my mind about signing, bringing someone in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know. Douglas James Taylor off
Mm.
Bowes.
Yeah, but can you see him coming? Like
If he wants to come to the big club in Dublin, he'd want to make that move.
but
I don't think if Rovers come knocking, I don't think he'd say no.
no, yeah, I agree. It's just more so how much will Bowes want then.
Yeah. Now, what am I basing that off? Douglas James Taylor, me thinking he wouldn't say no is absolutely thin air because I've not heard anything. But
no, you have a bit of like he only played 11 games for Bowes.
yeah, I just think he's a younger striker, and I think 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I see exactly what you're saying. One, he's only played 11 games for Bowes, so like, he's gonna have that much loyalty.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And also, he's English, so it's not like he has like a local allegiance to the club or anything. So
yeah, because he done well at Drogheda. That was that was his club that he done well, and that's why like obviously he got the interest then.
Yeah, like in 2024 he got 13 goals.
Yeah,
for Drogheda. So
that's where he needs to just kind of
that's
find that form again. And what better club to do it than
Champagne Super Rovers? Gets all the service, like
exactly, yeah.
Especially if he has Jack Byrne back there pinging balls around.
It's more service than a car.
Better service in the NCT.
Don't get me started on the NCT.
Oh,
but
stories.
I suppose we'll touch on what is taking place next week.
Yeah,
the return to competitive action.
President's Cup back to Tallaght Stadium.
Back to Tallaght.
In nearly it'll be about a month nearly.
Yeah,
month and a bit.
So I think it's about 4 or 5. No, sorry, about 5 or 6 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say 5
between playing Hammer and
Spartans in the last game, and then this. Yeah, it'd be good to be back. I'm like feeling the excitement already.
The chills.
Yeah, it's just looking forward to being back. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's
been too long.
Yeah,
even though even though it's a shorter preseason than every other League of Ireland clubs had. Well, apart from Shelbourne.
Yeah. Sorry,
forgot their overwhelming campaiging. Failing to score a goal.
Not a great look, but
not that we done much better.
No,
but no, it was look as you've said. It'll be good to be back next week on the stands, and 5 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday against Derry City in the President's Cup.
I'll have to get out of work early.
Yeah, you'll have to nip out.
Yeah.
Another strictly business meeting.
I have a doctor's appointment. Leaving in a full kit.
Yeah, no, it'll be good to be back, and it'll be good to see, and the Stevens back in Tallaght. It'll be good to see Jake Mulraney wearing the right colours.
I think you'll expect some of the new lads to start.
Yeah, I think so.
James McLean as well will probably most likely
James
start.
McLean will be playing against Rovers.
Yeah, his first game back.
That'll be interesting. He done an interview recently with the Irish Independent actually, where he was saying that he expects to kind of get, what would you call it?
A bit more attention, a
bit more scrutiny from the fan. The way he does in England.
Yeah,
but he said the difference between it will be when he gets it over in England, they purely hate him.
Yeah, it's hatred, it's anger.
Yeah, whereas he said when he gets it here, it's likely that he'll get people just trying to wind him up.
Yeah, it's criticism, people wind him up rather than just pure anger and hatred.
Yeah,
which I'd say he's pretty glad to be out of that for a while.
Yeah, like it works both ways in the sense that I think it's not as if he doesn't look like a fella who, or I don't think he ever has been deeply affected by it.
No,
maybe his family might have been, but I don't think he doesn't. He kind of he came out for the Wrexham fans in the game against Leicester there a couple of weeks ago or last week, and he gave the middle finger to the Leicester fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair so I don't think he's.
But no, that's him and the Stevens. It could be 2 players with Ireland caps playing in the President's Cup. James McLean obviously 103 caps for Ireland.
Yeah,
which is mad.
Yeah, well,
we're doing better now anyway. So
yeah, well that's it. It's obviously the first competitive game of the season.
Yeah, it's just
Competitive and maybe
new president as well.
this is her first game
Yeah,
as president.
yeah. One of us should be in attendance.
Yeah, well, shake some hands,
Yeah.
give some hugs.
But yeah, 5 o'clock kickoff. Tala. Can't, can't expect the attendance to be incredible. 5 o'clock on a Saturday.
I'll be expecting maybe Catherine Connolly to be named on the bench. But we've seen the videos.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing the keep-ups. If we need a striker, sure.
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't know. I hope the attendance is still good.
well, they've done the discounted tickets.
Yeah, I still haven't bought my ticket yet.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do it.
It's just it feels like it should be on the season ticket, but
yeah, see, it is a cup game. Like,
I know it's just I know technically, yeah.
You go into uncharted territory. Then does every cup game? Should every cup game be on a season? If they like, but then you're checking your head around, but you're not guaranteed a home game.
That's true. That's true.
Now, they could, when Rovers win, like Rovers have won the league.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, they're guaranteed a minimum of 2 home games. The qualifiers. That'd be like, it'd be just 2 if Champions League first round they lose, they'll have a home game there. Then they go into the Conference League second round, they'll have a home game there. If they lost the 2 of them, that's the 2 minimum. Could you add that onto the season ticket? You know,
yeah, I suppose.
But then you're changing it maybe, varying on what competition Rovers are in. You know, if they win the league or if they don't.
Yeah, so. I suppose. Yeah, but no, yeah. Just the main thing is just it's back.
It's back.
We're back.
Well, this is it. It's back to Tala. It's felt like a lifetime in one way.
It has been.
But it'd be good to get that back again. You know, that routine and
it's the routine of a Friday. I know this is a Saturday, but the routine of every Friday night. You know,
every Friday felt empty since.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a Friday.
Yeah,
I thought it was Thursday.
No, yeah, exactly. I thought it was a Thursday. Even then, we occupied Thursday nights.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully, we won't be doing it this year.
Hopefully
Go for a whole big ears.
Hopefully, be Tuesday nights or Wednesdays. But yeah, and then obviously the league will be back the following week, back to Fridays. Everyone's playing on that opening night besides Bells and Pats with their game in the Aviva.
Oh, Pats fans still aren't happy with that, and ticket sales on their end haven't been good from what I've seen online.
So you can expect it to be quiet like it is usually with Pats fans.
It's just I've seen Bows and Pats fans going at each other a little bit online over it, where like at one point, like I don't know, like it's still like whether you agree with it or not, it's a competitive game, you know.
Yeah,
so
is.
Like you need to.
I know I give out, but at the end of the day, it's your first league match.
Yeah. I suppose the other fact of the matter is Rovers coming up against Derry in the President's Cup. Could you argue really that probably Derry are the biggest opposition on paper going into the campaign? Now, obviously, we'll see how it goes and how it unfolds.
Obviously, we'll see how teams play, but you have to be thinking.
And they've made some signings.
Yeah, they're definitely probably going to be in the conversation.
Well, they finished, and that's why they're playing Rovers in the President's Cup.
They finished
second in the league. Rovers obviously took all the trophies, all the silverware, so left them with the crumbs.
They should just get the President's Cup then. They should just do like a A team versus the B team.
Yeah, well, that
should be the winner of the Leinster Senior Cup.
not Blackrock again.
No.
Couldn't face them.
They'd definitely be sold out then. They need even more guards this time.
Yeah, but they brought in some players like Patrick McLean from Sligo, James McLean from Wrexham, and they brought in recently on loan Josh Thomas from Swansea. Like they've been busy and they've kept a
few other free transfers as well.
Yeah, James Olejinka from Waterford.
Yeah, the midfielder James Clark, striker from Bowes, has made the move. Got 8 goals in the league last year. So
Darragh Markey from Drogheda, Robert Slevin from Galway. Like
a lot of moves. They definitely they want that first title in what this would mark the first season in 30 years if they're to win it. The last time they won it was 96, 97. Well, so they want it.
They're breaking the budget to do it because League of Ireland supporters tend to give out about Rovers being the money club that spend all the money.
Rovers make the money, don't they?
So this is it. You got to spend it if you get it in, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
But with Derry, they've gotten it somehow, and
Yeah.
it's not for their annual, which they didn't have last year, but normally their annual 2 European qualifier games, and then they're done.
Yeah, they didn't even get that luxury this year.
Yeah, but they do. Interestingly enough, the ranking was brought up by Rovers from last season, the Conference League, when Rovers made it to play mould. And now, as a result, Derry starting Europa League qualifiers, not the Conference League.
Okay.
It's interesting enough because obviously Rovers finished second the season before last and got Conference League qualifiers. So it is a slight promotion for the league, isn't it?
Yeah. It is, at the end of the day, it's all good for the league, really. So
yeah, that's it.
When the sea is high, all the ships are raised. I don't know if that's the exact phrase, but it's something like that.
Yeah, but but I suppose it's a chance for early silverware.
It's silverware. You don't want to lose it. That's it.
Yeah.
I know it's not like you're not going in like if you lose, that's the end of your life. But
you're not distraught if you lose it. However, you're just
you don't want to lose it.
You never want to lose a game.
You don't want to, especially to Derry.
Yeah.
And James McLean.
Additional incentive.
I might as well get on the pitch then. Something in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, I think by the look, we can only judge off the transfer window. That's all we've had. There has been pre-season friendlies. Obviously, League One clubs have been playing, but they don't. That's as I've said about Rovers' own friendlies. It's more for minutes on the legs. You don't really look at the scoreboard. Because I saw the other day. I think Sligo had beaten. I think it might have been Galway like 6-0, which you're not going to read too much into that, are you?
Well, Derry haven't played loads of friendlies. Like obviously they're not in the Leinster Senior Cup.
They don't have that prestigious. They probably have their own one.
The only games they've played they lost 1-0 to Sligo in a friendly due to a 92nd minute winner.
Limbs.
They were meant to play Finn Harps, so it got postponed. Never got played in the end. There was something about Finn Harps put out a statement that last Saturday. Yeah,
they were irritated by that for I think because they were agreeing that they agreed on Derry's conditions, to play this and so on, and obviously it ended up not being played, of course. So yeah, they were aggrieved by that.
And then they played Policia Zotomir, the team who's sitting third in the Ukrainian league, and they lost 2-1.
They were in Europe last year. They were in the Conference League, I think.
Yeah, I don't think this year was the year before they were in it.
Yeah, they've just been in recently anyway.
Yeah,
last year, the year before.
They also bet Derry 2-1. So not at the end of the day, it's pre-season. We're talking about.
This is how much we have to go by.
Yeah,
feeding off scraps.
Yeah.
But I suppose
it's like reviewing a movie after 10 minutes. There's a lot more to see.
But I suppose we've already kind of discussed it to an extent. The squad in itself, you've already given me the answer, but sure, I'll ask it out and out of.
Here we go.
Are you happy with the squad at the minute? Going into 26. If the window was to close in 5 minutes' time, would you be satisfied, or do you think?
I wouldn't be satisfied with the moves, but I still think the squad is strong enough. So no more moves. I still think the squad is strong enough to challenge for the title and most likely challenge for a double. There's some moves that I would. There's obviously we mentioned about a striker, perhaps a bit more depth in the midfield. That would be nice, but I still think that even if we don't get that, the squad is still very strong and can definitely push on to keep that double.
Well, this is like what? Yeah, that's it. It's interesting what. Like, obviously, look, if you were to sit Stephen Bradley down between us here and say what your objectives are, he's going to say win the double and qualify for Europe again, identical to last season. However,
he's always talking about getting that next achievement,
that next level. And I know we've kind of referenced it a bit as well in podcasts and our articles, I think, as well. Of like he touched on last year in the build-up, I think, to the FA Cup final, or maybe it might have been the aftermath, that like why would the club not target Europa League qualification?
Yeah.
it's things like that, and all it takes sometimes is just that one win in the Champions League.
It makes a big deal.
It does, because you're up against it. Now, obviously, look, the Rovers handled it very well last year.
Yeah.
Handed a promotion in the Conference League to the second round because Drogheda got kicked out with the multi-club ownership. But either way, Rovers still had to get through 3 rounds, knowing that there's no back door. It's do or die, and handle themselves, incredibly well. And the toughest challenge was that Santa Clara fixture, who are a good team in Portugal. They get results regularly against the likes of Benfica and Braga, and Rovers put them to the sword 1-2-1 away and drew 0 at home.
Yeah, well, can't really argue with that.
Well, that's it. And so you should look at the squad again. The condition it's in. I think, I'd agree with you that we do need a striker now. Obviously, you do kind of forget you have Aaron Green, Rory Gaffney, Michael Noonan potentially being on the way out. I'd be surprised to see him past the summer.
Yeah.
Obviously the hinges on who he's going to go to and stuff, which is understandable. And he done really well in that under-17s World Cup. He looked really good. However, you do kind of forget as well, Graham Burke can slot into that front two as well, drift out and help midfield, kind of drift out wide, maybe sometimes leave Gaffney isolated, and it's not as if Gaffney struggles when he's out there, so as much as, if you're going to be greedy, I'd say, striker and a midfielder before the window closes. However,
you can't always get everything.
You can't have your cake and eat it.
Not always.
We did last season, winning the double.
Yeah.
However, the season before last, when Rovers finished second behind Shells, when we were going into last season, I was thinking Pats were going to be the team that they're going to be this team.
Yeah, because they ended that season in such good form with.
Like they beat Rovers 3-0 in Tala.
Yeah, after Stephen Kenny took over, they had a really good stretch of form.
So when I think of that and I think of Derry now, I just can't help but feel Derry's different. I think they're going to be a real challenge this year.
Yeah.
I obviously hope they won't be.
Yeah.
However, I don't know. I just can't. I know obviously as well, football is a tricky game. Just because you make numerous signings that are on paper good signings
doesn't mean they always work out. Look at Liverpool. Just saying, realistically.
Yeah.
Look at Liverpool. They made a lot of big signings during the summer. That they all work out.
Yeah.
Even Arsenal as well have made a lot of big signings, and none of theirs have really stepped up to the plate that much.
Yeah, sure. United beat them.
Yeah, just
if you didn't know that.
But
this is a Rovers podcast.
Yeah, if you didn't. You're the one who brought up United, pal.
You brought up the Premier League clubs.
Yeah, dude, using them as an example, pal.
Right.
Of their flops.
But look, I think a good European run is it's essential. I think.
Yeah, it's essential.
It's where the money is at. That's the thing, and
here comes the money.
the League of Ireland prize money isn't increase.
No, it's not a whole lot compared to the European prize money. It's like the dole,
It's the dole. It's the dole, Adam, is it?
No, well, just comparing it, because the prize money just for winning a game in Europe is crazy.
Yeah, well, the Conference League was 133,000 for a draw.
Yeah, well, it's about 300.
Yeah, it's around
something for a win.
In the region, 300. Yeah,
a loss.
But yeah, what if you were to look at it? I suppose we'll somewhat look without predicting.
Okay, here we go.
I don't like doing predictions.
No, neither do I.
But
I guess.
Guesstimate. Yeah. The squad's in a good. As I said, it is in a good condition. Would slightly prefer maybe. I think primary positions the Rovers need to look at in the last week is midfield, centre mid, and a striker.
Yeah.
Is maybe then you look at the defence and think, is it slightly aging?
Yeah.
They
are getting on the older side, to be fair. And also, if you think about it, We're not gonna have Pico for
summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
He won't be there. He'll be in the US of A.
Well,
Well, we won't be getting into the World Cup because
World Cup fever.
yeah, but he won't be there
Well,
for
he'll be there. His tickets are.
yeah,
His flight's already booked.
his are booked. Well, no fans will be going though,
Yeah. Well,
which is mad.
same with Irish fans. Won't be. Well, we might not. Even if we don't make it, we'll probably be banned anyway. I
I
suppose.
doubt they like us over there.
Yeah, Donald Trump doesn't like anyone.
Yeah, true.
But
Well, it's mad they'll be playing Spain, Cape Verde.
Pico Lopez against Spain.
That's deadly.
Feel sorry for the Spain strikers.
They're not going to get a sniff.
Yeah.
And then Uruguay as well. Which, the Uruguay, who do they have anymore? I don't want to sound bad.
Yeah.
Remember, it used to be, it was always Edison.
I know they have Palestri.
It was always Cavani and Suarez
Yeah.
and Diego Forlan in 2010.
Yeah, Suarez taking a chunk out of any defender he played against.
Yeah.
But
Still a great player.
nah,
Come
wasn't
on.
all that.
All right, you.
But I suppose, look, as I said, as we've already touched on, when it comes to the summer, and the European qualifiers come around, and we're without the likes of Pico and so on, depth is going to be required.
Yep.
You have up and coming talent, as we've, he's not even up and coming anymore. He's nearly become a first team regular in Corey O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
To slot into that back three. You've Enda Stevens coming in now. The regulars, obviously Daniel Cleary, Lee Grace. It's a little like, can't help but think when the summer comes around we might be thinking we should have done more business. Now, obviously the window will be open then as well, but then it becomes much more difficult because if Rovers say signed 2 to 3 players, let's say in the summer, and Bradley's expecting them to be that replacement for those who are missing or to fill in for minutes, they have to get up to speed very quickly.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time. It's not like there's a break or anything.
This is it, and
they just keep going. Like there's always that small 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but not enough really, is there?
No. Whereas if you're able to get your targets in now, you have them, and there's half the year to go until that gets going again, and there'll be league action by then. There'll be cup action. Just needs a bit of forward thinking, which I'm sure Bradley's
doing. And then the European qualifiers start as well. Which that's as I mentioned about the depth in midfield. That's where that will, if it's not addressed, if there's not, like, we might not pick up on it straight away, but we might see it in July or August.
Yeah,
when there's quite a few more games in the European games, 2 games a week perhaps.
Yeah,
it'd be tricky.
With Rovers, we've kind of historically seen that Rovers tend to start campaigns slowly.
Yeah, it does seem to happen quite often.
That infamous line of, wasn't last season, it would have been about 3 years ago now.
Was it?
The article came about of it's basically, in other words, it was like, is it too late for Rovers now? And it was after about 5 or 6 games, because Rovers were, I think Rovers started like the first 5 games without a win or something, a couple of draws and maybe a loss or so, and then it was like that. Is it getting too late for Rovers to?
Yeah, well, it was 2023,
and then
then
it's Bradley's, what Bradley likes to say and what you used to like to say to me,
his master plan
for Champagne Super Rovers. But what Bradley always says in his interviews, and he used to say it to me when I used to interview him, was just to see what the table looks like at the end of the season.
That's all that matters, really, isn't it?
It's cold line. Drops the mic, walks away,
and he's backed it up as well.
You rarely, obviously, the season before last, 2024 season. Other than that, he tends to just
deliver.
Yeah, he backs it up.
Yeah, he doesn't miss.
It's PQ&E. Point, quote, explain.
Elizabeth about his leaving cert English knowledge.
But no, look, I think overall there's no panic needed for the hoops. I think it just needs maybe 2 or 3 signings. Maybe a centre back, or someone in the back.
Back would be nice as well. A
centre mid and a striker. I think striker probably should in the round be the top priority.
Yeah,
maybe
a striker. Yeah, because with the players being older, I don't want to sound bad, but injuries tend to happen that little bit
Yeah,
more
apart from
frequently.
I was going to just get into Rory Gaffney's defence there and say, except for Rory Gaffney,
Yeah.
but obviously he did spend a year on the
A
sidelines.
year on the shelf, yeah.
But then obviously he came back stronger than ever, didn't he, really?
Yeah.
Post Gaffney injury was peak
Yeah, we don't need to say anymore.
peak male performance.
2 goals in the cup final. That's
You can't argue
when
with.
some of us thought that might have been his
It's farewell.
farewell, but
Now, there was obviously I think it was the Sun had reported that was in talks to sign a contract extension. Him and Sean Cavanagh. Sean Cavanagh obviously joined the backroom staff. But there's been no mention of Gaffney. No news that Gaffney extended his deal. No club confirmation.
no.
I don't. There's no. I have no doubt.
He would have announced if he had packed it in.
But he didn't play in any of the friendlies yesterday either.
Don't be reading too much into it.
Anyways, yeah. So there's just things like that, you know.
You can't be scared now. My teeth are just like chattering.
But yeah, no, things like it's just minor things and
speculation, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and Rovers have been shrewd off the pitch as well.
Mm.
Obviously there's been the outgoings and the slightly less incomings. But Sean Cavanagh joined the backroom staff, which I think is a great move for Rovers.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one that I haven't seen it really spoken about enough online. I think that's a great move. He knows the dressing room well. He knows the lads.
He does, yeah.
And he's been a great player and a great servant for the club. As well as that, he's been a player that, career hampered by injuries, never seemed to kind of be able to stray away from that, and it ultimately I think probably just more or less got to the better of him, that kind of way.
It's probably towards the end,
he wanted to just kind of just to give it a rest, in that sense that sometimes I think these players know they're not going to get the better of it, and it's better to just accept it and try offer something different.
Try something different and have an impact in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what, Bradley's been delighted to have him on board. I'm sure Glenn Cronin has too.
Yeah.
From the interviews I've seen with them, speaking about Sean Cavanagh's appointment, the coaching staff, which it'll be nice to see him now as he goes into it, from next week, essentially onwards. The other one was, of course, Stephen McPhail departed and Ronan Finn replaced him.
Yeah, well, he hasn't officially started yet. He starts on Monday.
I saw that. Yeah, he started. Well, by the time you listen to this, he'll be in the office.
Yeah, he might be listening.
Yeah, he'll have the AirPods in at his desk.
But yeah, he'll officially start as reporting to the CEO and board of directors as director of football.
Yeah, which is really good. I think it's another shrewd move, and it's good to have these ex-players in. It's something that I think
it adds a lot.
It adds a lot of value and stock to the club, and I think as well as that, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I always see things like that, and I always think that's how a proper club acts.
Yeah.
Having them type of players around the group that know exactly how important Rovers is, how what the club means.
They understand the club philosophy. They understand what it means to be at Rovers.
Yeah,
what it means to represent them.
Exactly, and Finn has had 2 careers, very successful. 2 stints at the club and 2 very successful stints at the club. So, to have that on board, it's invaluable experience.
And then he's doing a bit of punditry last year. So
yeah, exactly. Well, that's it.
Sports.
But it's funny enough because he was involved with UCD up till very recently.
Yeah,
on the bench and won their friendlies and stuff. He had joined UCD from Rovers. He was completing his masters. No, that's not even a joke. Completing it in sports management.
Oh well, hopefully he uses that.
So hopefully he passed. Graduation.
That's why he left UCD.
That's why he can't start till Monday. The results come out then. But no, as I said, it's how a proper club acts, I think, in my opinion, and to have that on board, it goes a long way.
Does really does, and makes a big difference.
But I suppose we've covered a lot.
We have, yeah. It's been
an hour has flown by.
Yeah, it's gone quick,
and it's great to be back. It really is. I've missed it. I've missed doing it.
Back.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's definitely good to have it back and get going again and seeing the hoops again. And even just seeing the jersey yesterday,
Yeah.
I think I said to you I wasn't sold on it when I first saw it released, the black on the
I
crest.
don't think I'm still not sold on it. I don't
Maybe
know.
give it till Saturday. I
Yeah,
saw it in person and I thought that's actually really nice.
yeah.
Um,
And then League of Ireland shared a thing today about the gold patches on the
yeah,
jersey. That would be nice.
yeah,
I wouldn't mind getting a jersey. I wouldn't mind getting a jersey then that has the gold patches on it.
yeah. That, yeah, and Dylan Watts with the gloves on just look
Yeah.
with
I didn't
the
like though the Under Armour wasn't really the right shade of green.
oh, all
It's
right,
put me off.
yeah. Okay, so you're not gonna order the undergarment then, when you're getting
No.
the jersey.
Free Under Armour, would I?
Match worn by Dylan Watts. But no, that's it, I suppose, from us.
Yeah.
It's been great to be back for 2026. Hopefully another successful year for the Hoops. We'll be back again, and we'll chat to you after Derry City. In the meantime, you can follow us on social medias at the Milltown Way. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm nearly forgetting
Yeah.
them there for a second. We're across them all.
Everywhere.
We're trying to get a bit more active on all of them. So yeah, make sure you do give us a follow, and make sure you follow all the updates on the milltownway.com. But other than that, that's it from us, and we'll chat to you after Derry.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back.